How are you? See, I knew the moment I tell you I'm about ready to do Final Fantasy, you're going to pop in. You were totally gonna rush over here. I knew it. I was right. I said it the other day. Wait, really? Did Me6 say I was going live? Okay, but now I gotta fix Yag, because Yag is my favorite one. I'll change... Where did Me6 post my advertisement? I'll change where they're posting it, at least, and tag people that way. But at least that one's doing its job. Let me go ahead and... I always forget which variant of password. Hang on. Hang on, okay. Alright. Hey, Sender. Oh, okay. I forgot my password. Again. Square Enix keeps doing this to me. It's one or two Look, stop it. Hang on, guys. I'm having a hard time logging in. Because Square Enix is being a bunch of assholes. Alright. Yes, I called them a bunch of assholes. Alright. I know I'm late at switching my screen over, but we'll get it. How you doing, Sander? Oh, did Me6 tag everyone too? If not, I'll fix it later, where it does. I just wish, oh yeah, that's right. I need to go through my Windows settings to change where... Oh, I saw my first sound cinematic the other day, too, by the way. I was playing a little yesterday while working on dinner. I like how Final Fantasy up front just, like, has this big screen that says free trial, Final Fantasy Online. As if I didn't know it was a free trial, thanks for reminding me. I need to switch, game capture mode. Game capture mode didn't, okay, now it's working for this game. Alright, give me a second. Sorry, guys. Turn back up the... Yeah, I'm on free trial for Final Fantasy Online because I'm poor and I don't have... Um, so apparently if I sit idle on that screen for a while, it decides it wants to show me a cinematic. A cinematic that's giving me vertigo right now because it's up in the air. But it's so pretty. Ah! Hey! Perfect, so that's the FX XIV command? Alright, I'm gonna add that into my stream title. Thank you for adding that. I forgot. Oh, you're fine. I don't mind. I normally add like tags and stuff, because people, in case someone shares it on like Twitter or something like that, or when I share it, I don't mind if you modify it. So I've heard, Sender, Catania, or Gusty, because I have a really, he was sending me screenshots and showing me this stuff. He's actually the reason why I'm playing this, is him. Because he sent me a free trial, but I don't know if my free trial ever went through. So I don't think my free trial counts anymore, because at the time I went to download it, but I had a problem downloading it and updating the launcher. The launcher just refused to update. And then later that week, Final Fantasy shut down. Basically no new player could join the game at all. You couldn't purchase the game, you couldn't activate your free trials, nothing. Like, if you were on a free trial, you were locked out of the game. Wait, isn't that name, isn't there a modder for The Sims that creates, that create Sims mods by that name? Because my next question was gonna be, is that the same person? Oh, okay, so it's not the same person. Whoa! In this cinematic, I just saw a dragon, y'all. Look. This showed up just by me. I don't know why it showed up. I think it's by me being idle. I was just idle. Like I didn't tell it to watch anything. I'm looking for a voice channel to go hang out in while I stream, because I like hanging out in a voice channel in case someone from that Discord wants to come chill while I'm streaming. I actually have other friends who play Final Fantasy, in another... Oh, hey, Missouri. Yeah, hey, I'm having a hard time hearing you because cinematic.
Check your
come on.
Oh, I didn't know you were streaming.
Yeah, I just woke up like an hour and 13 minutes ago and I haven't jumped out of this channel yet, so.
I bought a random Steam key bundle and I sent you one of these. I have no idea what it is.
Oh, thank you. I'll redeem it now. If you want, can you move me up to the streaming channel? If you're gonna hang out with me and boys?
I could, but that would require me doing something.
Oh, okay. Ascender, World of Warcraft has lasted since 2004. That game is not going anywhere anytime soon. They are already planning 10 years down the road, okay? They have already said that they realize in another 10 years it will be in double digits, so I don't think they plan on WoW going anywhere. So, will WoW last? Yes, it already has. It's weathered so many storms. It has weathered.
It can last as long as Ultima Online, then I'll be embraced.
Ultima Online's still around, yes. So, I mean, but so far, World of Warcraft itself has lasted since 2004, and it has weathered many storms, and one that damn near destroyed the entire company. So, okay, this cinematic, let me see if there's a way I can modify the sound settings. Yes, okay. I'm gonna drop down, since I have you on voice with me, I'm gonna drop down my volume settings. Maybe that.
I actually hear you just perfect.
Yeah. You hear me. I just, since I have the in-game sound playing in my headset, I have a hard time hearing you.
Got you.
Yeah. So, I was just fixing that sound. Do you know how many times I have heard people come out saying, oh, this is going to be the WoW killer, this is going to be the WoW killer. And yet, WoW is still there. I've heard it was Star Wars The Old Republic, Rift, Final Fantasy. What would have been the WoW killer, though, is if Blizzard didn't start working on making changes after their last big shithole that they went through.
I will say, I think WoW is probably going to die at some point, and I don't think it's going to be a game that takes them down. I think it's going to be the company itself and its stupid decisions.
Yeah. But right now, like, a lot of players have returned back to the game for Dragonflight, and I have heard very little negative about Dragonflight. Most everybody, every type of player, like, I'm even going back to raiding. My first raid in a long time is tomorrow. So, oh, I get it. So if you stay idle for long enough, then it starts playing a cinematic. Well, let's go ahead and, yeah. But see, that's the point. They are actually listening to the player base now. They have the community council, and the community council is a great idea. I apply every year, and so far I haven't gotten it. But I will get it, probably. Hopefully, maybe one day. But I'll be the casual leveling voice on the community council. And how that works is every year you can apply at the end of the year, and then they swap out the council members the following year, so it lasts for a year. Ha ha ha. So my next stream I'll do Ultima Online. Which I still haven't figured out, by the way, so that'd be an interesting stream.
But you instantly had a bunch of people wanting to watch you play as soon as you started.
I did. You're right. Oh, okay. It's a really nice cinematic, except it gives me vertigo at the start of it. It's crazy. The world queue is currently full. The world queue is always... The world is always full when I go to log in, but it doesn't take long at all for me to get in.
So, since you are waiting to get in, can I run through my current woes with you?
Yes, let me just run to the bathroom real quick. Because I haven't peed yet. I haven't done my before stream pee. That's what I call it. I watched one of the Final Fantasy movies. I didn't care much for it, so I didn't watch the others. Alright, now, what were you, you were wanting to run down your woes for me?
Yes, my current troubles.
Oh yeah, just a heads up though, because you picked a game for my next stream. Tomorrow is not a normal scheduled stream for me, but because I'm raiding in WoW, I am going to stream that. But the stream after that, I will do Ultima Online for you.
I feel so cheated out of my points.
I can redeem your points, but I just wanted to give you a heads up so you weren't expecting tomorrow night's stream to be... Because I'm going to stream the raid tomorrow. It'd be like me returning back to raiding after so long. But anyways, okay. Current woes.
Okay, I dropped 2 G's on all these parts for my computer.
Right, I remember that. Because you were talking about that. You were so excited about the parts.
My new motherboard came in.
Right.
The fuckers still don't work. So, I was talking to my dad, who actually works on computers for a living, because I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll break down. I'll talk to the guy about it.
Yeah.
He goes, you tried to, you didn't think of the power supply? I'm like, it's not that simple. I plugged in my old power supply, which is not even strong enough to get the computer to actually run properly, but I plugged it in, started working. So, the $300 power supply I bought, brand new, was just garbage.
Wow. I thought I grabbed that one up there already.
You have no idea how depressing that is.
Oh man. Yeah, one year I got a, I thought my liquid cooling system was the defective item, but it ended up being my video card, and my computer would shut down. My computer itself would shut down after playing a game for a while. Specifically World of Warcraft, but that was like the only game I was actually playing back then. I buy power though. They were like, well, you can send us back the computer, we'll put in a new one, or we'll just send you the new one. It's like, just send me the new one. So they sent me the new one, which ended up working. My current video card is actually defective, but it's not really noticeable unless you use the second HD, the HDMI port. So what I did, because I didn't have the money to buy new monitors, so my friend's here.
Wait, you have other friends to say it's me?
Yeah. So this
betrayal.
so the person standing right next to me, that is well, I call him Gusty, but he was Catania hanging out in my Twitch chat. Yep. Am I saying that right, Catania? Or should I just say Riki? Because it looks like a Catania to me.
It looks like Catania, like emphasis on the cat.
Okay. Oh. smelly thing. So I am level, how do I figure out my level again? What level am I? I'm like level 8, I think. So anyhow, about your computer stuff, did you manage to get it working?
I have a new power supply on order.
Okay. So it was your power supply.
Yeah, because I put in my old 500 watt, which, like I said, won't actually keep the thing running. But all the fans and everything turned on whenever I plugged it in. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Thank you, Katanya. I'm level 8. Oh, man. Yeah, I decided I didn't want to contact, Newegg or NVIDIA and be like, hey, my video card's defective. Just have them have me send it out and be without a computer for a while, for like 6 to 8 weeks. So I said, fuck it. I'm gonna try this. So I converted my HDMI monitor into DisplayPort because I got one of those adapters. The adapters are like super cheap. And it converted it. And honestly, there's no real difference between the one using, my monitors though, honestly, probably, I probably should get new monitors that can, that will show the difference in my graphics card, because I have a 2060 graphic card with old monitors. Where is this thing at? Oh, there he is. I kind of want to play Final Fantasy X, which someone bought me for Christmas and I still haven't played it. I just kind of am being lazy and don't want to install it. Oh yeah, I was supposed to redeem this random Steam key. To see what... At least I trust the person who sent it.
I don't know, the guy seems kind of shady to me. I wouldn't trust him.
Alright. Thank you for the random Steam key. So I'm going to redeem this random Steam key and see what I got. Where, redeem, activate a product on Steam. I guess, is that it? That, yeah, okay. Saving Sheep. That's the name of the game I just got. I don't want to install it yet. I'm playing a game and I'm streaming. But let me add it into my planner. So guys, I just got a free game. I need to update my list. By the way, as I get games, I update it on my list. If you do exclamation point games, it has to have an S on the end. Then it will show you a document that, because y'all saw where Missouri Reaper redeemed, pick a game for me. That right there is all the games I have available, as well as for those who know I have Dead by Daylight. I will refund those points if you try to, or give you a choice for another game. I will not play that one. But yeah, that right there tells you about all the games I have available. And if there's any limitations. I recently added Final Fantasy in there. This game. Okay, look. You know what, I'll just do it this way. Normally it would be the next stream, and if it's not, I will normally let the, like when I told Missouri that I plan on streaming the raid tomorrow, which, by the way, oh crap, damn it, my mouse. Okay. I feel like I feel like it's really weird hearing someone say that it's dinner time when it's like 11:30 a.m. here. Oh, I haven't completed that yet. No, wait, I have, right? No, no, yes, I have. Okay.
I'm sorry, what are you complaining about?
I was trying to figure out the, I forgot I have to choose my options to complete this quest. Have you ever played Final Fantasy Online?
I have never played the game. I've played a lot of the other games, though.
I'm, on a free trial right now.
I'm a bit of a Final Fantasy snob, though. I think anything past the PS2 ones just kind of got a bit boring. I love the NES, the SNES, the PlayStation, and the PS2 ones, but not really the ones.
Believe it or not, the very first Final Fantasy game I ever played was Final Fantasy X. I've also played Final Fantasy 13, but Final Fantasy 13 was... Y'all are gonna laugh. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but Final Fantasy 13 apparently broke PlayStations. So when I kept thinking that there was something wrong with the game, it ended up not being. It broke my PlayStation. But lucky for us, GameStop was willing to swap it out for us. And they gave me the... yeah, like, it broke... They had to recall the PlayStations and Final Fantasy 13, the first batch, to figure out what was going on with it.
If I remember correctly, it was
So you know the incidences I'm talking about then.
yeah, it was damaging. I think what PS4s, PS3s.
Yeah, 3s I think. I can't remember what.
The issue is it caused the hard drive to spin really hard and would break it down. It was easily fixable by swapping it out for cheap SSD.
Yeah, but thank you. So we ended up, I finally said never mind on Final Fantasy 13 and just told GameStop to give me my money back because I took it as a sign of, you know what, screw it, maybe I shouldn't be playing this game after all. I never beat Final Fantasy X because I got stuck 3 times in the same spot, no matter how many times I started over. Maybe now I would do better. But let's see. Yes, someone bought me because I have a really hard time on consoles anyway. So someone bought me Final Fantasy X on my computer. On Steam. So I have the game on Steam. It's in my games document too. I just haven't installed it and played it yet. I need to check my hard drive space. Okay, so this is going to be really weird. I use an SSD, but only for World of Warcraft and The Sims. Everything else is on my HDD. My SSD is only 500 gigs. So I really just wanted it for my primary games, but I refuse to put Conan on it because of how often Conan updates.
You don't want to have so many rights to
no. I will not do the cloud. Sorry, that no wasn't to you, Missouri. NAS?
NAS.
What's that?
There's NAS and then there's DAS, and I think DAS is better than NAS. Basically, it's a way of storage for your computer files and things. Like, there's NAS hard drives and there's DAS hard drives. DAS is like a direct storage, and NAS is more for, for like network storage.
James is calling me. I'll be right back.
I feel like I'm getting nerdy today. I like it.
I'll be honest with you. I don't feel comfortable letting anything be accessed through a network. I'd rather have it connected directly to my computer. I'm back, by the way.
You might want to consider some DAS storage then.
I'll tell you why I don't feel comfortable with that, because if a network gets hacked, then all your data gets hacked with it. And no thank you.
That's why I recommend DAS as opposed to NAS.
Yeah. It's harder to hack, like, in order for them to hack my computer directly, they have to be able to connect to my computer. And my computer is only set to find computers in the home on the network. And as soon as anybody connects to my network, I get a message. Like, if Ro comes in and says, hey, what's the password? I need to connect on my new iPad. I will get a message from Spectrum that tells me, hey, someone is connecting to your network.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to tell it if that person is approved or not.
Like when Jules came here to visit and she had to get her iPad connected.
So how big is your hard drive anyways?
My hard drive itself is a 2 terabyte hard drive. I want to upgrade to a 4 terabyte, but I just ain't got the money. Although 4 terabytes are not expensive, they're about they're about $100 now.
Baby.
Actually, if you go with a
I don't know.
Western Digital 4 terabyte hard drive, you can get it for about $65.
Yeah. Western Digital Black is the only hard drive I will actually do. And
I've used all of theirs. There's not much of a difference.
I'll be honest with you, every single time I've used any other hard drive that wasn't Western Digital, it would crash within the first year. And Western Digital hard drives have lasted me 5+ years without crashing. I've only ever had one Western Digital hard drive crash within 3 years, and they replaced it for me.
The only hard drive
And I won't do Seagate because Seagate's the one that crashed on me within literally the first few months, and I've had 2 Seagate hard drives. No, thank you.
The only hard drive that I've had that's never given me issues, it's held strong and never given me issues, was a purple one, which is a security hard drive. They're designed to run as hard as needed all day, every day, in good and bad conditions.
Just because, Senator, just because you haven't had Seagate crash on you doesn't mean it doesn't crash. For me, in my experience, I've had 2 Seagate hard drives and they both have crashed within a few months. That would be enough to get anybody to not want to use them. Plus, my dad, who's a computer technician and built computers for a living, suggests Western Digital, which is why I live by Western Digital. And anytime I've stepped outside of what he suggested, something went wrong.
Western Digital, Toshiba, I think is a bit better, but Western Digital is a more or less reliable brand. So I also like Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. I am, washed up. Okay, I have to speak with Slacking Yeoman. Huh? Also, like, everyone has different experiences to Sender. And they all have their own preferences. For me, I will not do any other hard drive outside of Western Digital. In fact, if someone was to buy me a hard drive that wasn't Western Digital, I would request that they send it back, or I would not use it.
And that's kind of cool. You can always use it as a just generalized storage hard drive. It's something you're not using really hard like for gaming.
Didn't think about that one.
I know.
Yeah. Of course, most of the time, like, when Ariana bought me my SSD because I didn't have the money for it, and for Shadowlands World of Warcraft, Blizzard was like, hey, we are going to require an SSD, and I'm like, great. And I started looking, and I was like, I don't have the money for any of these. And so Ariana found me a 500 gigabyte one, and she sent it to me, but she made sure it was Western Digital, so I have a Western Digital one. I just can't remember which one. I think it's NVMe. I think is one that she sent. I don't remember.
I will tell you, when it comes to SSDs, you really don't need to be as picky with branding due to the fact that the problem with hard drives is they're moving parts and they're breaking down.
Yeah.
When it comes to SSDs, there are no moving parts. You just want to make sure you buy one that's reasonably well.
Dude. Y'all know I don't fully trust SSDs yet, right? You want to know why?
I don't know, because they're terrible. I mean, I don't use them.
It's why. It is the number one reason why. Like, my primary hard drive will not, until SSDs are made with better technology, I probably won't trust it for my primary hard drive, and that's why I don't put my operating system on it.
Well, what's your problem with it, if I may ask?
They are made with here's what most people don't know, and after researching and looking into it, they are made with the same technology as a flash drive. Flash drives fail often.
Okay, now do you know why they fail is the problem?
No. I just know that they fail often, and I know,
They are both flash memory, yes, but it's not the exact same. What causes them to fail is you can read from them pretty much non-stop. That's not going to wear them down. But writing to them over and over and over again does wear down SSDs and flash drives.
Yep.
Now, you get a quality flash drive, it'll tell you, hey, it will be able to reliably be written on this many times before you should replace it, because we can't guarantee it after like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 rewrites. Now, rewrite is like updates, deleting and reinstalling something or anything like that.
No it doesn't, Sender, and I'll tell you why. Because I am still on an HDD. It does not force you to update to SSD. In fact, Microsoft would be stupid to force people to do that for Windows.
I'm going to agree on Linux in here because I'm also on Windows and I'm also using an HDD.
Yeah, but most people, at some point, for instance, most video game companies are now requiring, like, did you know that World of Warcraft for Dragonflight is now requiring you to have an SSD at minimum? If you check their requirements, they are now saying that's a requirement. However, you can still play World of Warcraft if you do not have an SSD. You just won't get as better. You might have to drop the graphics, you might have to drop the performance and stuff down a little bit. But they're doing that now. So maybe Microsoft is saying, hey, you know what, we recommend it, but they would be stupid. Do you know how many people would switch operating systems? We would end up with a new, better operating system for gaming. The only reason why most people use it is because Microsoft is the only, or Windows is the only operating system that is proven to be reliable for gaming. That's the only reason why gamers use it. Most of them.
Also,
I would use someone else if there was another operating system out there. I would definitely be using something else.
what about the operating systems? It's just none of them are nearly as reliable or as secure as Windows as a proven
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. If there was another one that was better built for gaming, I would probably look into that one. One that I could trust that was also secure.
I've heard Ubuntu is good for it, and they're supposed to be secure, but I don't know much about them. I know my dad, who works in cybersecurity, likes Ubuntu.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how to spell that.
I'll stick with Windows for now. Linux is shit for gaming. Just saying. Linux is shit for gaming. If you want a game, do not go with Linux. Mac is a hell of a lot better than Linux for gaming. Just saying.
Now, if you want to hear some stupidity when it comes to SSDs, the PS5, unless you have a PCIe 4.0 SSD,
Yeah.
it will not accept it. You could have a PCI 3.0 SSD with the same read and write speed as a 4.0. It won't accept it because it's a 3.0. They want you to buy the more expensive one.
And you cannot install Mac on a Windows PC. I was saying if you had...
You can.
There's an... That's right, there's an emulator, isn't there?
No, there is a way to scrub your Windows stuff and put Mac on it, and you can also put a PC crap on a Mac. There's a workaround to do it. It's a bit wonky, but you're able to do it. I don't recommend it though. You'll avoid a bunch of crap out.
Here's how I look at it. If you want a Mac, just go out and buy a fucking Mac.
Exactly.
You know, that's how I look at it. If you want a Mac, go out and buy a Mac. However, keep this one in mind. When you do that, if you do that, some programs, for instance, I own Adobe CS5. If I was to switch my computer to a Mac, I would not be able to reinstall my Adobe CS5 onto it. I would have to be forced to start paying a monthly fee for the Adobe products or find something that was Mac friendly. Because some keys are PC only. And I think The Sims did that as well for a bit. You had a PC version and a Mac version. So you have to be really careful when you do stuff like that, because you might you need to take a look at what you do on your computer. For me, it would be no big deal if I had to reinstall Final Fantasy, because I'm just on the free trial. I haven't paid for it yet. I want to, but I also want to wait to see if I stick with it, because, you know, so I'm gonna wait until I hit like level 60. And then decide if I get to level 60. Because, let's face it, no game has really kept my interest for longer than 2 weeks, except for World of Warcraft, The Sims, and Conan. Those are the only 3 games that have ever kept my interest that long. I didn't even play Final Fantasy 15 for more than 2 weeks. And then, when I was starting to think about playing it on the PlayStation, my kid overheated the PlayStation. She didn't listen to her dad, and we were already having heating issues with it anyway. And so when you were playing on it, especially if it was really hot outside, you had to blow a fan on the PlayStation. So she overheated the PlayStation 4, and we don't have the money to replace it. Or buy a PS5. PS5s are fucking expensive, but get this, to replace the motherboard on our PS4 cost almost the same price as... welcome back. Costs almost the same price as,
You could just go to a game shop and buy a used PS4 and just flip the hard drives.
yeah, it's still expensive.
I mean, I picked up a used PS4 for like $45.
Yeah, that's expensive when you can't afford that.
I mean, it's a lot cheaper than a new PS4 or PS5.
True. Good point. Good point.
That's the point I'm making. Like, you might as well get a PS5. I was like, why? For like less than like what a PS5 now about. It's like $600-700.
I think the only real place that we have out here. Oh, hey, look, what's this? A Moogle. Oh, it's so cute. He's a delivery Moogle.
Yes, delivery Moogle, I see. Yes, I remember back in my day, we had them everywhere. They made great frying up food and good soup.
Kupo?
That's before the government came in and put in another protection. We
Ah.
can't eat them no more now. Not legally.
Oh. I forgot to bring out my carbuncle. I wish I could give it a name. I would totally name it Blue Pikachu. It looks like a blue Pikachu, doesn't it?
Yes, but I think Garfunkel is... I don't know, it looks more like Ninetales. Or Vulpix.
Pikatails. I'll name it Pikatails.
hear me cycle through voices as I'm trying to get ready for a new Conan start up.
Yeah. So what server are you playing on now?
I am waiting for Written Realms to start. It's on the 14th when it's like on the 14th or just after the 14th after the new Conan chapter drops. It's the last chapter for Age of Sorcery.
Ah, yes.
And we're getting golems.
I know. Excited about that.
Yes, I cannot wait to have a golem rolling around going, I'm tired of chopping wood. You chop the wood. What I'm really looking forward to is something I've been waiting for since I've started playing Conan. The knockout orbs.
Where is this guy at?
Have you seen those yet?
No, I have not.
You complete the journey steps, and it lets you unlock the Purple Lotus Potion, which it actually requires, not a potion, but Purple Lotus Orb, but it actually requires Black Lotus. I don't know why. You throw it at a thrall, and it doesn't actually cause aggression. And as long as they stand in that gas, they'll slowly get knocked out. So you can just knock out thralls as long as you don't aggro them. You just throw that orb at them, and they'll knock out. It might require like 3 or 4 orbs. If you're someone like me who would prefer not to stand in a laggy server and just get pummeled by thralls, it's a good option.
Yeah.
I'll be back in business, just dragging up the locals, dragging them in my house, putting them in cages till they do what I say.
God, these are some giant moles.
I will say without any context, what you just said sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
In context, Conan Exiles, you literally capture thralls and more or less you enslave them and make them do shit they don't want to do, like work for you.
That sounds really bad.
Hey, you stream the game.
No. I know.
And basically, if you can't capture them because they're too strong, and they won't listen to you, you kill them. It's a modern enlightened game for modern enlightened. I think I'm losing them here.
Catanya's probably looking for me in game, or heading to me or something. Probably not even paying any attention.
You know, when I see your name, I actually think Katana for some reason.
I guess either one works. Gusty's really, not quite. Oh, wow. Yeah, so, I'm in a Discord, and I told other people in there and sent them a screenshot of, my character, and someone was like, yay, we need more of those. I guess this race, he doesn't see a lot of Elysian. And, I told them I was still on a free trial, and they're like, oh, so I can't go and shower you with gifts. I'm like, no, I guess not.
I will say one thing about Conan though, Onyx. You attract both good and really, really horrible people with the
Yeah.
It was a year or two ago. There was a guy acting you'll understand in a second, a very, very specific way. He was selling thralls, but specifically and only ever to Pari.
Huh?
I think you can go where he was going with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave a lot out of there just for since.
Yep. Huh.
Hey, I'm getting a phone call to bounce up and talk to you later. I'll still be in stream, just AFK.
Okay. It was good chatting with you.
You too. Shalom.
All right. Hmm. Ah. Hmm. I don't know. All right, now let's go over here and talk to Severin. go deliver this sack of oranges. Am I able to get a mount at, Sorry, that's my 12 o'clock alarm for some odd reason. Am I able to get a mount now? Because I know they have mounts. Or do I have to wait? Okay. So this isn't like the games at all where, like the previous games that aren't online where you have one set storyline that you, I mean, aside from the main storyline, I guess. This one right here has a lot of side quests and things you can do. Because, like, in the games, you have a, you can't even venture off from whatever path they have you on that you're supposed to do. Yeah. Wee. Um... I am trying to remember. Thing is, you were supposed to do two things. Finish me. Gotcha. I'm trying to remember how to open up my inventory. Or not my inventory, armory thing. My armor. Because I got a new gear piece and now I can't remember how to open up my armor. Ah, haha, I found it. Oh, okay. So apparently with this robe on, I can't I can't have a helmet or my hat on at the same time. Otherwise, putting the hat back on just gets her undressed. I mean, it's not completely ugly. If I could change the colors of it, it would be much better. Conan allows me to change the colors of things. Ah. I am level 10 right now. I don't know where I want to go yet. Hang on. Tiller's Rest. Where's that? Oh. Ah. Okay. Hang on. I forgot what James said was dinner tonight. Hey, James. Oh. Okay. He's in the bathroom. I'll ask him when he gets out. Okay. Oh, I can put things to sleep now. Oh. Let me see. Can the fates actually be failed? Okay. So if you don't complete it in that timer, you fail it. Okay. Mm. Mm. I would imagine that you would be so good you wouldn't fail any fates. I guess it doesn't really make a bit of difference. I'm gonna just choose this Allegan bronze piece, which I guess sells. Let's go recover the stolen farm tools from the pirates. Alright, going to deliver the reclaimed farm tools to whatever the hell his name is. Rewild. I swear the names they come up with in this game. If I saw an NPC like that in WoW, I would automatically be thinking, okay, what hacker hacked the game? Just saying. All right.
I was just on my bed. I didn't even know he was on my bed till like just 2 seconds ago. So I've been playing ESO and he's been on my bed. The only reason why I knew is I took my headset off and I heard him snoring.
That's funny.
Everybody on my friend list that usually plays WoW right now is not playing WoW. It's weird. I'm talking like 10 people.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends playing WoW at the moment.
All mine are playing something different, but they play WoW too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 friends of mine are on WoW right now. One of them is busy. Pitty's girlfriend.
I told Pitty I was playing ESO and he said nice, so maybe I'll tempt him. And if not, that's cool too. I like talking to him, he's cool.
Yeah.
You have nice friends.
Mm-hmm.
Of course you do, you have me. I'm kidding.
I used to roleplay with Pitty.
I like role-playing. I role-play in ESO. My character, I already posted it on Facebook, but my character is a Breton vampire sorcerer that murders people.
Yeah.
And you can murder and do crimes in the game. It's kind of fun.
Alright, let me see here.
By the way, I don't care if it's public, but Jules' hearing is happening like any minute now.
Oh, okay, keep me updated.
I will.
Yay! I got a gear upgrade. Woohoo! And I'm level 11 now. Oh. Thank you. Alright. Whee! Thank you. Alright, so now we're going to Yarz and Yarzov. Actually, hang on. It looks like I might have a main quest over here. Let me go see what that's all about. I can go in here? I didn't know that. Oh yeah, I need to test the bot real quick, see if it ever fixed itself. If not, it's probably gonna get kicked out of my Discord. Yep. Okay. I'm probably going to have to kick Twitch Clip out of my Discord because it's been offline. It's not working right. So I kicked it out and I basically reset it up. Hang on. set Onyx Angel 22. Yeah, it's saying the application did not respond. So I'm gonna have to kick the bot out. I don't know what's going on. So if y'all do a Twitch clip, y'all should be able to access the clips and highlights channel. If you can't, let me know. And I'll figure out, and I'll go ahead and allow people to post in that channel. Huh. So wait, what am I supposed to do here? What's in the box? What do you mean what's in the box? How do I open up my quest log? Cute. Oh, okay. Where? I don't see any boxes I can click on. Garbage truck is here, so if y'all hear the beeping, that's what it is. Oh. Okay. Alright. Yes. Can you, is there flying in this game? We're gonna go intercept Severin and his henchmen in Woad Whisper. Woad. W-O-A-D. Woad Whisper Canyon. I'm sorry. I find that funny. That's hilarious. Just saying. Okay. Huh. I mean, I guess you can wish you could fly faster, but it's not gonna make any bit of difference. Proceed, I guess? Oh. It's not putting it through my speakers. Hang on. There we go. Do I have a Hmm. Alright, guess we need to go speak with Stalwin. Ah! And who is that masked mage, though? Are- I'm curious. I want to know who they are. I assume I'll figure it out. I'm probably on their radar now that I dispatched their golem. Does each expansion have its own main story quest, or do they update it at all with the release of expansions? The easy answer is yes. Oh, okay. So basically they just kind of update it and add more to the story, if I'm understanding that correctly. Okay. Ah. Nice. I got resurrection. I'll be back. James is calling me. Yes. Give me a second. I gotta make James a couple sandwiches. So you can remind me if you haven't gotten a message from me. Yeah, no problem. You know me. I have a tendency to forget things sometimes. Whee! Okay, that was actually kind of fun. But I took some damage. He says, I have to get to this thing, so I will see you another time.
Typical male. Typical male right there.
Okay. Bye, Joe. Ah! Joe!
What's happening?
The dog says, I enjoyed spending time with you. See you later. It was really... Wait, the animals are talking to me. There's an emergency. I need to go now. This is really fun and all, but I have to go now. What the fuck? Guys, all these animals are talking to me.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. Alright. Let me see.
Somebody grab Frank, he's in the fire!
I have a really bad headache.
Mason, get... Frank is in the fire!
Okay. Jesus, I don't know what's happening.
It's
I
like
was
6 other people.
Fire out?
Ow.
I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. What the fuck? Alright, so we should wait an extra few minutes.
Would.
I like your outfit, Al.
No, thanks. No, this is
Don't
what
tell my
we wear.
non-existent boyfriend that I said that.
I mean, your non-existent boyfriend is non-existent, so...
Don't think about throwing that thing at... These people keep on going. Bye. Did you... No. And you were dead, but I can't bring you back. Get back then. Oof. Okay. I'm back. I decided to make myself a sandwich too. By the way, did you see that clip? Tina Peeping was outside my Sim's house, and my Sim started dancing and teasing her. It was funny. I haven't eaten all day. And I've been up since 10. I don't normally eat breakfast. I probably should, but I don't. Because I'm rarely ever hungry when I first wake up. Alright, so I guess we're going to the drowning wench. I have to go. Am I in the right place? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I gotta go to the upper. it looks like in rooms are now available. Guild leaves now available. The recommendations list is now. You now have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests or duties currently available in your area. The recommendations list can be opened from under duty in the main menu. I can now rest in an inn. Oh. I can try online store gear on. That's pretty cool. So this stuff here, is it stuff that I can get in the game? Oh, that's pretty. Is it stuff I can get in the game, or do I have to buy it in the store online? You can dress like a Moogle. Oh, that's cute. How much is the stuff in the store online? Oh, this is the online store. like this guy's attire. That's cute. Yeah, I was just taking a look. Like, how much is Gaia's attire? $12. The stuff doesn't seem that bad priced. I assume sleeping at the inn will gain me rest if I need it. Oh, okay. Um... There is so many people. Okay, so I need to go here. How am I gonna get there? Alright, I think I see the path. Right here, I can go that way through middle. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to find one of these things where I can go to Summerford Farms because that looks to be the closest thing to Western. Actually, you know what? Before I leave here, let me see if there's anything I got to do here first. Detective Candy. Welcome back. Okay. Arcanist Guild. You know what? Looks like I have a quest there. So, let's go there? Why did it get banned? Oh. Well, if your account was hacked, then you should be able to get it back if you can prove to them that your account was hacked. Oh, okay. What server? Oh, what's the name of your second account? Deaderpool server. I know which one you're talking about. I was just asking what the name of your second account was. Uh, 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'll go as long as I planned on streaming. can you add me from your new Discord account if you want? You're welcome to it. Or send me a message. So this way if you message me from there, I know. Okay.
It went well. I can just say it out loud, I don't care. It went well. They're recommending that she stays 2 weeks, but they said if she does really well with her behavior and such, that she can go home in 10 days.
Yeah.
They're working on behavior stuff too. Jake says she was very respectful and spoke really clear, and I thought that was awesome. So yeah, you want an update? That's an update.
Thank you. Alright, thanks. I accepted your request. Let me see what's going on here. Oh yeah, okay. That's where I need to go. You know, I could have swore it said slay wild dildos. Just saying. But it says slay wild dodos. And this is why my stream is marked mature, because I have no filter when I'm streaming. We're gonna go slay some wild dodos. Damn it, I almost said it too. Oh, you know what? How should I go down? I'm not down yet. I need to go down. Hang on. Hi, it's Naruto. How are you? How are you doing? Okay. Now how the hell where the hell do I go? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go up or down or whatever. I'm good. Hang on, I gotta deal with something real quick. Let's see here. Alright, alright, let's see. Whee! Actually, we're going to see. I know it's a little early, but I have something I need to do, and I haven't taken care of the cat boxes today, and I have to pick up my kid from the bus stop in a little bit, and I want to get everything done before I have to get her. So, We're going to see if we can find someone else streaming Final Fantasy to go ahead and pop a raid on them. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Tomorrow I am streaming. Tomorrow evening I will be raiding in World of Warcraft. For the first time, I'm returning back to raids. So you guys get to see me as I enter back into the world of raiding, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I stick with it this time, because last time I didn't stick with it. So we'll see. Yeah. Alright. Okay, let's see here. Is anybody streaming Final Fantasy? I mean, I'm sure there are people streaming it, but people I follow, probably not. I don't know. Oh, yes, I sent you a DM. Okay, so I don't have anyone that I follow that's streaming Final Fantasy right now. So let's see who we can find. Oh wait. Oh, that's not. Alright. I'm gonna just kind of go through real quick and see who all is live at the moment. Who's still live, who's either just going live or whatever. Okay, I don't think she's live yet. I'm not sure if she's live or going offline, so we're gonna go with someone else. Okay. We are going to go raid my friend Teddy Darkbear. Actually, no, never mind. I'm not raiding him. If anyone wants to know why I said it like that, feel free to message me. I don't want to raid him right now. Put it that way. I mean, I could raid. There we go. Let's do it that way. Because that way would be... Oh, you know what? I could raid... I'm gonna raid. I know she has like 17 viewers, but she's super supportive and she has a great community. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Care Bear XP. Yes, hi Jem. Hang on, let me give you a shout out real quick. Whoopsie. Yeah, I was just looking for someone to raid. Let me give you a shout out. Guys, make sure y'all toss Gemrexy Gaming a follow. I would really appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and raid Care Bear XP. She is super supportive of her community. She is a great overall streamer, and no matter how many viewers she has, she will actually interact with you, and that's one of the best things I like about her. So I'm gonna send you guys over to her. Yeah, I can do that. Everything okay? Alright. Okay, good. Yes, I will message you as soon as I get a free moment. Probably be in about an hour or so after I pick up Alicia from the bus stop. Oh, I didn't even notice that Guesty's right there.